Okay, so the first thing we've got to try and do in terms of your routine, we said the first thing that goes down is the club behind the golf ball. Obviously when you're doing that, we're on the feet together, straight legs, and just resting the sort of club on the ground there behind the ball. Then we're going to put the hands on the club, and in doing so create your spine angle over the golf ball so we can then reach the ground. From that you then set your feet with a lot less knee flex compared to where you were there. If you look at those sort of two positions there, we can see there's a gap between your hands and your legs because the knees are further back. There's obviously a lot less squat there, so you're more over the golf ball, only slightly, but again in a position now we can reach the golf ball. After all, you only weren't missing the ball, so the golf ball's less than 2 inches, so you only be sort of moving forward about 1.5 inches just to get yourself a bit lower to help yourself reach the ground. Okay, so because of that, your swing now, if you did make a slight rise up, as you'll see in a second, the better setup is giving you a better quality shot. Okay, so as you go back here now, the first sort of initial stage, once you get yourself set up, the club goes back and you sort of maintain, your height there. It's from about here now, it's almost instinctive, just sort of, there's a little bit of a rise up there. Okay, but that's not going to go straight away. Okay, over time with a bit of practice, and we'll sort of give you a couple of practice drills you can work on to help that. Okay, we're going to maintain that, but from there now, because you haven't risen up so much and you're over the ball better to start with, as you come back to the golf ball, you can now reach that golf ball, and the contact now we get on the golf ball really good. The ball then fizzing down the range, get a good 200 yards almost with that club, which is pretty long, and you can get a nice full rotation up onto that left side, that right foot down its toe, and your hips are fully rotating with the shoulders and the knees are full, everything equally rotated to target. Okay, it's a healthy swing for a tall person. If you find people sort of going up and down, your shoulders will always rotate fully. Okay, but if you're going up and down, you find your lower half sometimes tries to balance yourself from falling over. Obviously moving up and down could lose balance, then your lower half stays quite flat, your hips then haven't rotated, so your spine then when you finish, rather than being nice and neutral where you got it there, is all sort of like twisted and sort of a bit contorted. And the more you start playing golf as a tall person, if your spine's finishing in a bad position, you'll know about it after a few years. You'll get lower back problems, and I've been there and had that and stuff, and it's awful and stuff. So
well, that's the thing I had disc problems, but well, thankfully hasn't.
Yeah, I mean, I think that we've got a chiropractor on site, so we sort of, I've worked a lot with him and stuff in the last few years, and what we're trying to create is basically a healthier swing, okay, for golfers. So many golfers are taught from years ago, head down, which creates sort of a hunching in your spine, squat down on a bar stool sort of thing, so you imagine you're sort of sitting down on a stool, hunch down there, get yourself in a position where you can't move. So because of this now, as you swing back, there's going to be a low, even if the club's even gone back halfway, you're rising up to start with because your knees can't stay there, and then you've got to keep going up. So all that movement up and down, and as you try to rotate, it's not going to work. Now if your back starts starting off this way and then having to go up and down, round and round, your spine's doing too much work really. So get yourself in a good position and just from there just rotate it around itself, and it's a functionally better swing. It's an easier swing to be repeatable, and therefore your bad shot
I feel like I'm swinging in the same kind of place.
Yeah, exactly. You just basically start there, swing back on sort of a single plane rather than sort of up, down, and all the different things.
You definitely feel it.
Good. Make sense, then? Yeah.
Yeah, no,
Happy days. Good.